Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 552 based on novel. So let's start. The huge sound that covered the sky and the sun caused the entire evil cloud layer to distort violently, and a sacred force of destruction tilted towards the 100-footed evil emperor without reservation. Little chops. A mere 8th level reincarnation ants actually made this seat so unbearable. The sound of explosions in the sky slowly ended, and the 100-footed evil emperor, who had always been rebellious, also shrank into a mass of venom. The countless venoms in the venom were extremely dim, and the cold sound of roaring completely permeated this piece. In the void that may collapse at any time, the blow from Xiao Yan just now had completely wiped out all of his life. If the latter's attack was so tough, he would probably be instantly wiped out. But now, the source is damaged. I am afraid that it will be a dead end in a while. Today, this seat will take you to my funeral. 100-footed evil explosion. The roar and roar of the sky flickered out. Damn, have you reached the limit? At this moment, watching his body shrink into a ball, a violent energy wave flashed out from above his body. Xiao Yang's mouth also flashed a helpless wry smile. The 8-fold reincarnation level against the half-step 9th level reincarnation level is still too reluctant. Zuna, Kaylin, Yingying, Yuna, I'm afraid I won't be able to fulfill the promise in the next time. Seeing the 100-foot evil emperor's desperate actions, Xiao Yang's eyes suddenly had a hint of relief, and then a little bit of sacred flame filled his body. There was quite a wave of disintegrating the holy flame and self-destructing, trying to perish with the opponent. Xiao Yang is immortal and immortal. Although he doesn't know if he can survive the desperate self-destruction of the half-step 9 reincarnation C powerhouse, at this moment, there is no other way. Xiao Yang. At the moment when Xiao Yang and the evil Emperor 100 feet went crazy, a familiar and anxious voice suddenly appeared on the periphery of the evil cloud. Don't go there. This kind of energy fluctuation is too violent. With our strength, if we step into it randomly, we will definitely. You? At this moment, in the Sea of Reincarnation, because of the Tomb of Reincarnation, Xiaoyixian and other reincarnations of the Great Thousand Worlds with the imprint of reincarnation were called to this place by their mysterious power. When they arrived here, the poisonous generals from the 4 directions were wanton slaughtering the Great Thousand allied forces, and everyone joined forces to solve the calamity. Get out. Feeling an unusually familiar aura pouring into the evil clouds, Xiao Yang twisted his heavy lips and spit out a few words with difficulty. I do not. I don't. Xiao Yixian was dressed in a purple long gown, and Xiao Yang's heart was shocked by her firm demeanor and tone. The latter's current demeanor was the same as before, with her long hair falling like a waterfall, and a slender waist in her hands. Incessantly, the whole body is filled with the power of supreme venom that is not lost to the 100-footed evil emperor. Boom! The energy of the 100-footed evil emperor's self-destruction completely spread, and in the entire dark cloud layer, there was suddenly more energy that did not belong to this world. Under that kind of energy, let alone Xiao Yang, even if he was a small medical fairy, it also invariably felt an unusually deadly fluctuation. You used to protect me, but this time, let me do it. The woman's arrogant smile, matched with the pair of grey eyes that were as emotionless as dead trees, a splendid white poisonous mist gushed out of them. Xiao Yang closed his eyes and tried to push the little medical fairy away, but for some reason, the moment the colourful poisonous mist appeared, the power in his body seemed to be out of his control, and it was going silent a little bit. A pair of delicate the jade hand slowly wrapped around his severely injured body. There was a seductive fragrance on top of Linglong's delicate body, but Xiao Yang could no longer care about such a situation at this time, and a trace of surprise slowly spread in his mind. The energy of the 100-footed evil emperor's self-destruction is not something that the little medical fairy can handle. Poison God Cauldron. The holy world of 10,000 poisons. 2 crisp roaring voices slowly swept through this piece of heaven and earth, so one after another colourful poisonous mist completely wrapped the 2 of them. It's a pity that even so, the evil fluctuations produced by the 100-footed evil emperor still eroded the lives of the 2 of them little by little. Xiao Yang turned around with difficulty and looked at the arrogant woman in front of him, just like the big brother next door. He gently stroked the latter's forehead with his palm, and the power in his body rose again. No. At this moment, feeling the imminent danger of death around him, the little Dr. Fairy's grey pupils turned red in an instant, and a huge sadness condensed in his eyes, ready to come out. Even after cultivating for so long, and even gaining a lot of power, in the end, why can't you protect this guy? These powers in my body are really cowardly powers. A wave of pain and evil senses uncontrollably appeared in Xiaoyixian's heart. Ha ha ha, let's go to Huangquan together. The power of self-destruction turned into a wave of energy that destroyed the sky and the earth, and instantly entangled Xiao Yang and the two of them, as if the next moment they would completely fall here. Little guy, you've done a great job. Next, leave it to me. And at the moment when Xiao Yang tried to break free from the shackles of the little Doctor Immortal and exploded again, a dark magic fire suddenly rose up in this world. At the moment when this demonic fire rose, all the unease in Xiao Yang's heart completely dissipated, and a touch of unprecedented heat suddenly spread from his blood, and his whole body became boiling. Brother Xiao Yang, elder sister Xiaoyixian. Immediately, Zuna, Mu Yingying and Su Shuiying flashed out together, turning into a dazzling soft halo, sheltering them, and continuously repairing Xiao Yang's riddled body. Finally, did it work? At this moment, Xiao Yang was relieved and heaved a heavy breath. Immediately, his body softened and he quietly fell into the arms of the four girls. His appearance was particularly enviable. Among the evil clouds, after the 100-footed evil emperor self-destructed, there was still a trace of last consciousness left to control the energy of the self-destruction, but feeling the void that suddenly condensed in this world, terror and anxiety completely occupied his last will. All. Saint Clan Powerhouse, 100-footed evil emperor, you were only a mere 7th level in the first session, but now after countless reincarnations, you have reached such a level, which is really surprising. But I, the descendants of the Xiao clan, can't be easily killed by anyone. Next time we fight, let the two most powerful people from your holy clan come. The old voice showed its edge like a lion just woken up. Almost no one saw the source of the voice. With the wave of his hand, the strength of the half-step 9th level reincarnation rank powerhouse blew himself up, and it was as complete as dust. Annihilate it. Feeling such a terrifying situation, Xiao Yang's heart that had just calmed down was also shaken at the same time. How amazing was this Xiao clan's great elder Xiao Yang's strength? 9-fold reincarnation level? Or something more terrifying? Countless great thousand allied forces raised their heads dumbfounded at this moment. Looking at the reversed situation in the sky, they were shocked for a while. At this moment, two figures, a man and a woman, appeared out of thin air, killing the many evil forces that besieged the Great Thousand Alliance army and the poisonous generals who were trying to spread the rain. Such an understatement was not like a fuel-efficient lamp. The woman has a graceful figure and is dressed in a black robe. The robe is engraved with countless gold threads, making her temperament and identity more noble. There is a touch of contempt for all things in her silent eyes, and the whole body is more like a nightcrawler walking in the dark. Xiao Lingshan. On the other hand, the whole body is bathed in divine power, and the soft eyes contain a terrifying power that cannot be fathomed. 9 Profound Fire Lord. And behind the two figures, there seems to be a handsome and elegant man who is just like a child who has done something wrong, following behind Xiao Lingshan, with all his promises. Poison God Xuanhe. Teacher's strength reached the 9-fold reincarnation level a long time ago. Now that the reincarnation is successful, when the strength is completely restored, it will be the real 9-fold reincarnation level, the peak. Looking at the mysterious voice above the sky, which was a little emptiness, but the mysterious existence of the dragon's tail but not the head, Su Shuiying showed a smug smile on the corner of her mouth. Hearing Su Shuiying's understatement, Xiao Yang's eyelids trembled violently, and a shock condensed in his heart, which remained for a long time. The pinnacle of the 9-fold reincarnation? I am afraid that among the many powerhouses Xiao Yang knows now, there are only Xiao Yuntian, the patriarch of the Xiao clan, or Xiao Tianming, who is related to the Thunder Lord and the Golden Dragon King. Only these 3 people can be compared with him. Although he had already heard about the mysterious effect of reincarnation, if the reincarnation was successful, there was a very small chance of helping the reincarnator break through the shackles to a higher level, but this Xiao Yang's strength was too appalling. And not only Xiao Yang, but from Xiao Yang's soul perception, the strength of the women around him is not quite right. I am afraid that they have also gained a lot of benefits from reincarnation. Senior Zhu Xianhua Master has woken up, his strength has reached the 8th reincarnation level, and my strength has also broken through to the quasi-8th reincarnation level. Hearing this, Zuna stuck out her tongue very obediently, and immediately smiled smugly. Senior Xiao Lingshan's strength has broken through to the 8th level of reincarnation, but my strength is similar to that of Sister Zuna. Mu Yingying smiled at this and smiled. Sister Xiaoyixian's strength has also successfully broken through to the peak of the 7th level reincarnation. After all, Senior Poison God Xuanhe has also successfully reached the quasi-8th level. A group of people waited to open their mouths one after another, and there seemed to be a hint of pride in their eyes. By the way, Shuiying, your power seems to be a little bit incomprehensible. After recovering some vitality, Xiao Yang just said to Su Shuiying beside him. After Elder Xiao Yang's reincarnation awakened, his strength has reached the peak of this world. Su Shuiying, as his reincarnation, must be 1 point weaker. It is 1 point weaker than the peak of the 9-layer reincarnation. What is the concept? Horror is that the pinnacle of this world. Doesn't it mean that this girl's current strength? It is also a 9-fold reincarnation stage? The 9-fold reincarnation stage is the supreme realm in the reincarnation stage. When did it become possible to reach it with the mere reincarnation seal? Every time he thinks of this, Xiao Yang's heart always has a hostile anger that is hard to express. I have gone through untold hardships to cultivate to the current 8-fold reincarnation level strength. Others are better. Just relying on the power of the reincarnation seal, that level of strength is the mother of success in reincarnation. No, brother Xiao Yang, you don't know something. Although the seal of reincarnation is good, its appearance is only to protect the strong who are caught in the reincarnation, and in return, after the success of the reincarnation will obtain the power of the strong in the reincarnation, similar to the inheritor with the seal of reincarnation. There are too many hardships to face before the success of reincarnation, and too many reincarnations die here. And the strength of the person selected as the reincarnation, even if the inheritance in the reincarnation seal is the god's residence, after the success of the reincarnation, the latter's strength is almost difficult to exceed the 8-fold reincarnation rank. The biggest drawback of the seal of reincarnation is that it is impossible to break through with the help of medicinal pills and other powers again. After the success of reincarnation, the strength has skyrocketed too fast. Now our strength is almost the limit of this life. Unless there are very few superdemons, otherwise I am afraid we have no hope of breaking through to the 9th level in this life. Zana was very patient and explained some information about the reincarnation seal. I see. Xiao Shan nodded. Obviously, this so-called reincarnation has advantages and disadvantages. Otherwise, if there is no harm at all, Xiao Yang will not be killed. My strength should be at the peak of the 8-fold reincarnation. As Sister Zana said, I am afraid it will be difficult to break through in this life. Su Shuiying nodded silently and said her strength. At this point, the group of people are entrenched in the high sky of the Samsara Sea, and regardless of this sea of reincarnation, there are many opinions. The atmosphere of the 3 of Xiao Lingshan was also very depressing in the Holy Master and other places. With the current relationship and strength of the 3 of them, plus the many reasons why Zhu Xianhua Master knew what happened in the past, similar misunderstandings at the beginning are naturally easily relieved, but Xiao Lingshan is still a bit of a poisonous Xuanhe. The appearance of this can make the poison god Xuanhe anxious. At their level, it has become very difficult to improve their strength, so it is better to find a lover and live the life of some immortal companions. Lingshan, you don't have to worry about the Xiao clan. Let it go. The Xiao clan looked at you bitterly at the beginning. In the endless void of the Sea of Samsara, the legendary Xiao clan elder conveyed a voice of concern. I can let go of what happened in the past, but in the future, it depends on your performance. Good. The poison god Xuanhe hurriedly agreed. He just turned his head and looked at Xiao Yang, who was surrounded by so many people, which made Xuanhe, god of poison, moved. Should there be such a big difference between people? This girl is our own now. You don't want to take back your poison pills, do you? Seemingly aware of Xuanhe's careful thoughts, Xiao Lingshan put her hands on her hips and looked puffed up. How can I? After this is over, I will pass on the real method of the poison **** to this girl, and I will be considered my own in the future. The poison god Xuanhe had already figured it out clearly. In the past, he had done a lot of wrong things. Now Xiao Lingshan can forgive himself. It's almost there. For a time, the breath and attitude of the two also slowly changed. Girl. You seem to have her breath on you. Is she okay? After a while, Zhu Xianhua Master felt the breath of reunion in Zana's body, and his heart couldn't help shaking violently. Senior Feng Luani is now waiting for the senior at the Phoenix clan's new station, but when the Xiao clan's aid to the Phoenix clan disappeared inexplicably, many of the Phoenix clan's strong people are still worried about it. I am afraid it will take some time to completely resolve the misunderstanding. Looking at Zhu Xianhua's moving posture, Zana smiled. As the latter's reincarnation, Zana naturally knew better than anyone the relationship between Zhu Xianhua and Feng Luani. If that's the case, I'm relieved. 5-legged golden crow, the artifact bracelet has undergone a qualitative change after my enlightenment. Quan is regarded as a gift for the first meeting. This thing is called the 10 Crow Shaking Divine Hood. At this moment, Zhu Xianhua Lord slowly stretched out his palm. The original bracelet with 5-legged golden crow entwined in it has evolved into a flame mask, and the vast energy contained in it, even the 8th level reincarnation rank powerhouse. A shock. Elder, do you know about this? When the conversation between the two was over, Xiao Yang just cast his gaze into the endless horizon of the Sea of Samsara, where the Great Elder's breath exists. I have indeed heard about the disappearance of the coalition led by the 3 elders, but according to my guess, it is probably the mysterious person who besieged Yaroji who stopped them. I don't know what Yaroji's situation is now. With her talent, if she didn't fall, the 9th Order would probably be a matter of course. In the sky, there was a slightly shocking and peaceful voice. It seems that the Great Elder is now deliberately covering up his tracks. Your Majesty Yaoji has been rescued by me from the 2nd Town Demon Prison, and her strength has naturally entered the 9th level. Now she is in the base camp of the Endless Flame Alliance. As long as the Elders return, they can discuss important matters together. Xiao Yang said with a smile. An unprecedented joy overflowed in his heart. After going through countless disasters and trials, it is only the last few steps away from saving the Xiao family. So good. At this moment, the voice of the Great Elder also became relieved. Bang bang bang. Immediately, the entire sky suddenly tumbled with countless violent energy fluctuations, as if there were a lot of terrifying existences that were not in the world, and they were waking up little by little. The undead Holy Master and others looked at the terrifying aura above the sky, and they also stood there dumbfounded, unmoved for a long time. Since the Sea of Reincarnation is over, let's set off and return. After hesitating for a moment, Xiao Yang also hurriedly said. The Great Elders, plus the power of the Endless Flame Alliance, the current Endless Flame Alliance has the capital to step into the underworld to rescue the Xiao family, and the matter of the underworld is imminent. You kid, I'm in a hurry. But, don't you want to break through to the peak of the 8th level reincarnation? At this moment, looking at some broken reincarnation tombs in the Sea of Reincarnation, and even countless evil forces fleeing around, a playful smile appeared on the face of the elder Xiao Yang in the void of the sky. The countless evil powers in the Sea of Reincarnation have been killed by us, but the remaining evil power is too huge. Now that we have just succeeded in reincarnation, this huge evil force cannot be wiped out in a short time. Only by relying on the sacredness in your body, the power to kill. Xiao Lingshan took a step forward and looked at the vast energy surging around in the Sea of Reincarnation, her lips and teeth slightly opened. This was naturally to give Xiao Yang a great opportunity. After all, Xiao Yang's desperate move just now really shocked them. Besides, in the Sea of Reincarnation, because of the attacks of the 3 holy clans, many of the reincarnation powerhouses have already completely fallen into the tomb of reincarnation. If you leave like this, you will miss a good opportunity and ruin your life. The poison god Xuanhe also took a step forward, glanced around silently, and easily explained the reason. No one has questioned this huge opportunity. Brother Xiao Yang, since that's the case, let's start. Well, let's start, we'll wait here. For a time, the beauties around him stared at Xiao Yang expectantly. Senior Laro has it. Xiao Yang slowly left everyone's side, and then his body gently stepped on the void, clasped his fists and bowed solemnly to the Great Elder hidden in the sky. Haha, it's okay. After the fall of the Xiao clan, it is also a blessing for my Xiao clan to have such a talented descendant in the place where the lower world originated. The plain voice of the Great Elder was transmitted slowly, more like a sound wave that penetrated all things, spreading little by little in the entire Samsara Sea, making the countless reincarnation breaths in the Samsara Sea that just subsided intensified. Everyone, this person is the biggest hero of this reincarnation sea. Are you willing to help him? The vast voice resounded through the heavens and the earth. Immediately, the countless reincarnation light curtains in the entire reincarnation sea trembled, turning into countless distinct forces, which poured into Xiao Yang's body little by little. The elder Xiao Yang slept in the Sea of Reincarnation for a long time. It was the latter who guarded countless reincarnations in the Sea of Reincarnation by himself. If it wasn't for the existence of this superpower, the Sea of Reincarnation would have been in the center of the human world and the evil races outside the realm. The many secret attacks turned into dust. Although these reincarnation powerhouses have fallen, there is only one piece of spiritual consciousness left, but they obviously want to repay the favor. Big Elder. It was not until Xiao Yang's body was completely shrouded in countless strands of light that a young man who looked like a young talent emerged from above the sky. The appearance of this guy is quite similar to that of Xiao Yang, but in those slightly dark eyes, there is some kind of incalculable terrifying fluctuation. If Xiao Yang existed at this time, he would be surprised to find that this guy's soul power is also in a state of perfection. The peak strength of the 9-layer reincarnation is combined with such a near-peak soul power. The strength of this great elder, looking at the entire world, is also one of the most terrifying existences. The wave of light in Xiao Yang's retreat is still increasing little by little. With the nourishment of the blood of the 100-footed evil emperor and the blessing of countless reincarnation breaths, breaking through to the peak of the 8th level reincarnation is probably a matter of course. The strong man sent by the angel kingdom and the human world center to guard the samsara sea has fallen. After a while, Xiao Lingshan seemed to be standing in the air from a distance, and there was a strange fluctuation in her eyes. The kingdom of angels, the center of the human world. This account will be completely liquidated sooner or later. The plan for now is to wait for this little guy to successfully retreat, and then we will discuss it immediately. After all, I have waited for a long time to retreat, and the pattern of today's Dakian world has become much blurred. If it is shot indiscriminately, I am afraid it will cause public outrage. At this moment, the great elder slowly stretched out his hand, stretched his waist very lazily, and remained silent. The pinnacle of the ninefold reincarnation is powerful, but the angel kingdom and the center of the human world are not without countermeasures. For a time, everyone was waiting here quietly, especially the women who had just acquired the strength of samsara closed their eyes and practiced patiently, comprehending the skyrocketing strength in their bodies. The center of the human world is located here. This is a magnificent fairyland that is indisputable from the world. The area is vast and boundless. Therefore, in addition to the shrine buildings of many powerful people in the center of the human world, there are 3 strange places entrenched here. The existence that lives in the 3 strange places is also one of the supreme beings in the center of the human world that truly controls the right to speak after the master of the human world. The 3 strange places, the ice and snow mysterious grotto, the forgotten immortal valley, and the Star Track pavilion. At this time, forget the land of Fairy Valley. Your Highness, the Lord of the ancient heavenly palace has returned safely from the catastrophe in the Sea of Samsara. In the quiet valley, birds and flowers are fragrant, but there are no traces of any human figures here, and a leisurely and eerie voice slowly resounds in the void. This guy, doesn't he have the guts to see me now? It seems that the Battle of Samsara Sea should be a failure. Listening to the gloomy voice in the void, an old man who was sitting quietly by the river, dressed in a scorpion, and leisurely fishing began to talk to himself. Your Majesty, you don't know something. The Sea of Reincarnation catastrophe was originally a conspiracy designed by the 3 holy clans. Its purpose was to completely obliterate the 100 elites of the Great Thousand Alliance army and many of the reincarnation powerhouses in the Sea of Reincarnation. At the time of the final crisis, Xiao, the Lord of the Endless Flame Alliance, with the strength of one person, Yang resisted the 100-footed evil emperor with the strength of the half-step ninefold reincarnation, and bought enough time for the reincarnation. The gloomy voice lingered in the void, and it seemed that there was a terrifying aura that transcended the heavens and the earth, and just now did not dare to show up directly. How can a descendant of the Xiao clan with a mere 8th-level reincarnation rank resist the half-step 9th-level reincarnation rank? At this moment, the fishing rod in the old man's hand swayed slightly, and a very incomprehensible doubt filled his mind. Only when his strength reached his level, was he able to clearly understand the huge gap between the 8th and 9th tiers. That gap could not be filled by the power of holy flames alone. There seems to be a new force emerging from Xiao Yang's body that does not belong to the Great Thousand World. That aura probably originated from the underworld. Smiling face with heart-shaped eyes. Casual date is just a click away. Sign up and start meeting women in your area today. Besides, Xiao Yang also has the divine weapon used by the Holy King, the second-ranked divine ruler. A series of detailed information about Xiao Yang, at this moment, bit by bit through the endless void, passed to the ears of this big man. Crack. Listening to the gloomy voice falling in the void, the old man, who seemed to be slightly lazy, squeezed his palm lightly, and the fishing rod in his hand instantly turned into dust, and even the water surface under the river became completely chaotic in an instant, and it was astonishing. The power of time, uncontrollably transmitted from the latter, distorted this valley, everything in the world. For a time, the whole world changed color. The other 2, Your Majesty, one went to stop and kill the powerhouses outside the realm, and the other is now in control of the overall situation in the center of the human world. As a last resort, the subordinates risked their lives to ask to see Your Majesty, what should we do next? The gloomy voice suddenly became trembling. Convening people. Even if it is the risk of being impeached by countless forces in the world, this person cannot be kept. At this moment, a real shock and anxiety slowly condensed in his heart. Originating from the underworld, unknown attribute power. Besides demons, what kind of power is there? The power of the devil, even in the center of the human world, which is so large today, still has no means to compete with it. Once it is completely controlled, it will be tantamount to a real disaster for the center of the human world. I'm afraid it won't work. Xiao Yan, the old man, has already succeeded in reincarnation, and by coincidence, his strength has reached the pinnacle of the ninefold reincarnation order. Today's endless flame alliance, with the protection of Yaoji, Xiao Yang, and others, even if I and other powerhouses from the three places are dispatched at the same time, it cannot be easily shaken. If you insist on attacking, I'm afraid it will only allow the evil race from outside the territory to take advantage of it. For a while, a slightly icy voice also slowly emerged in this world. At the moment it emerged, the whole world seemed to instantly fall into a cold ice cave that had not been merged for 10,000 years. That is the breath of the Lord of Ice and Snow. What the ***** is this hopeless idiot doing? Ads by Pub Future. Pub Future ads. To allow such a big threat to the center of our human world to grow up. Damn it. A roaring cold sound, accompanied by waves of terrifying power that made the soul rippling, swept across. His purpose, you still don't know? It's been too long in the ninefold. But now that he has retreated, our top priority is to keep an eye on the impending forces like the Endless Flame Alliance and the Great Thousand World. The Lord of the Ice and Snow 10,000 Cold Cave also sneered helplessly. What a bunch of trash. If the World Master knows about this, even if you die 10,000 times, you will be blamed. The old man's gloomy voice sounded slowly, as if he was thinking about something quickly. My lord, I have already realized that I was wrong. But Xiao Yang, Xiao Lingshan, the 9 profound Fire Lord, and the poison god Xuanhe are all strong, and it is really difficult to change the situation of the battle just by relying on the strength of the Great Thousand Alliance at that time. The trembling voice also quickly faded into the void. Obviously, the guy in charge of sound transmission was also instructed by Huanggu Tiangong. Xiao Yang, an immortal, actually succeeded in reincarnation, and his strength has completely broken through to the peak of the ninefold reincarnation. Damn. Come here, take my warrant, and tell the Angel Kingdom everything about Samsara Sea. I'm afraid the Angel Kingdom will need to intervene in this matter. Yes, my lord. Angel Kingdom, I hope you don't let me down. The breath in the valley slowly subsided. Sister, we really want to. Don't worry, sister, this account will be returned to him sooner or later. The Lord of the Ice and Snow Myriad Frost Caves is indeed a cold beauty, exuding an aura that no strangers should approach, such icy power. I am afraid that it must be of the 9th level, but the latter sometimes speaks to himself, and invisibly, there seems to be a lot of hostility towards the center of the human world. Kingdom of Angels. Lord Angel of the City Tour, Mo Yu is asking for a meeting outside the Holy City. Above the heavily guarded city wall of the Holy City of Angels, several angels suddenly moved with nervous expressions. Obviously, the identity of the comers was quite high. The 3 lords in the center of the human world, the confidant of forgotten immortal Xuanzuan? Why is he here at this time? See or not see? Now the Queen of Angels and the Angel of Slaughter are both in retreat, and the line of Angels of Slaughter and the Knights are arguing over the rescue of the previous Queen of Angels. Forget it, let's meet again. For a time, the patrolling angel, who was in charge of the guardian mission of the Holy City of Angels, was also terrified. Come here, take it to the Angels' Hall, and send someone to notify the strong knights. Don't let the Slaughter Angels know about this. It's my lord. As soon as the words fell, the angel also quietly left the city wall of the Holy City of Angels and went towards the Hall of Angels. In the Hall of Angels, there are only 3 people sitting here. One person is Mo Yu, the confidant sent by Wangxian Xuanzuan in the center of the human world to spread the word. The other person is the city patrol angel, Az, who is in charge of guarding the Holy City of Angels. There was another person, all dressed in silver armor, and there were angel wings looming on top of the armor, and a huge pressure spread from it. The personal knight of the Queen of Angels, the Silver Knight, Shauka. Everyone has arrived. Lord Mo, you can speak directly if he has something to do. The 3 gathered together, and the city patrol angel Ari she took the lead in speaking, and there seemed to be some rapid fluctuations in his tone. Lord Az, I don't know who this is. Mo Yu, as the confidant of one of the 3 great places in the center of the human world, is naturally a shrewd person. Looking at the figure of the knight wearing sacred armor, he couldn't help asking. In the past years, I have been to the holy city of angels a few times. At that time, they were all received by the intelligent angels under the command of the slaughter angels. However, there has never been a night reception. Today, the appearance of knights is not allowed. Don't let him be suspicious. Although this city patrolling angel is also in the category of cherubim, but intuition tells him that there seems to be something wrong. Could it be that there are some differences within the kingdom of angels? The decisive battle of the Second World War is just around the corner, and the holy city of angels has just been redeployed. Lord Mo, you can speak up if you have something, and I will definitely report it to Lord Killing Angel. Silver Glory Knight Xiao Yan chuckled and said immediately. He naturally knew that the center of the human world and the Slaughter Angel lineup had a lot of unsightly activities behind their backs, and now this can only bring the Slaughter Angel out. Oh, that's fine. The message that came down here is too important, so I hope the two adults don't blame it. Mo Yu heard that the Silver Glory Knight Xiao Ku carried the Slaughter Angel out, and did not continue to ask. The internal affairs of the Angel Kingdom is not something he can intervene with the strength of the Eightfold Reincarnation. The purpose of his trip was naturally to pass on information. Mo Yu's palm swelled, and suddenly a prismatic crystal with a clear picture flickered out of thin air. The crystal turned. There were many scenes of troubles in the Sea of Reincarnation, and the most striking one was the demonized figure of Xiao Yang. Who is this person in the picture? In the picture, although the entire process of Xiao Yang's demonization was not recorded, it also specifically recorded Xiao Yang's true identity after demonization. In the Hall of Angels, the city patrolling angel Ari Shi and the silver dazzling knight Xiao Ku looked at the existence in the picture that resembled Xiao Yang, and their brows wrinkled invariably. After the demonization, if the demonic factors so clearly lingering in Xiao Yang's body were known to the many holy angels in the kingdom of angels, it would probably turn into a ticking time bomb. Even if Xiao Yang was personally named and protected by the Angel Queen, now that the Angel Queen is in retreat, with the power of the Angel Kingdom today, it is very likely that she will directly take Xiao Yang to justice. What does it mean? Aware of the intensifying smell of gunpowder in the hall, a touch of anger hung on the face of the city patrol angel Ari Shi, and then the high-pitched voice swept away with the divine breath. In the Battle of Samsara Sea, the kingdom of angels and the powerhouses sent to guard by the center of our human world all fell into it. At the moment of crisis, Xiao Yang, the master of the Endless Flame Alliance, wiped out the powerhouses of the three great saints by himself. Not two heroes, my subordinates have specially followed the order of my family to report this matter to the kingdom of angels as soon as possible. Now many strong people in the center of my human world are fighting battles with foreigners. I hope that the kingdom of angels will give clear rewards and punishments for this change in the pattern of the world. The words have been brought, farewell. After finishing speaking, this guy also disappeared here in a flash. Obviously, his purpose is only to deliver this crystal picture to the hands of the powerful angels. With the intelligence of the people in the kingdom of angels, if they were to judge Xiao Yang directly, they would probably not succeed. After all, Xiao Yang was the existence that the Queen of Angels personally named and protected. But now that the kingdom of angels is in civil strife, it may be able to achieve a good effect by doing the opposite. What is this guy's purpose? What is it? Looking at the figure of Mo Yu hurriedly leaving, Ari Shi and Xiao Ku looked at the crystal picture quietly standing in the void, and their expressions could not help but become hesitant. This power in Xiao Yang's body is clearly the same as the evil power that the Angel Kingdom hates the most. If this is known to the powerhouses of the Slaughter Angel lineage, it will probably cause an uproar in the entire Angel Kingdom. Ari Shi, you have done a good job, and it did not cost the Palace Mother's painstaking efforts to cultivate you, but the information recorded in this kind of thing is too important to fall into the ears of the strong under the Slaughter Angel lineage, otherwise. The trouble is endless. Shauka's voice was particularly solemn, and immediately took a steady step, raised the sacred sword behind him, and tried to wipe it away out of thin air. Bang! Yinyao Knight Commander Shauka, you are so bold. As the guardian of the Queen of Angels, you did not wholeheartedly protect the Queen, and now you are trying to destroy this important information privately. You know the guilt. And just when the knight's sword just touched the crystal screen, outside the Hall of Angels, a sharp voice suddenly rose, accompanied by a dazzling purple halo. Ooh! At this moment, there was a touch of regret in the pupils of the city patrol angel Ari Shi and the silver-bright knight Shauka, and the two stood quietly in the hall. This fluctuation is a symbol of the archangel. In the kingdom of angels, the power level of angels is accurately divided, from the lowest angel, one-winged, and two-winged angel. Angel of wisdom, 6 or 7 white and purple wings, The ultimate strength is the peak of the 6th reincarnation. Seraph, 8 white and purple wings, 9 white wings, and the ultimate strength is the 8-fold reincarnation level. Archangel, 9 purple wings, 10 white wings, and the ultimate strength is half-step 9-fold reincarnation. Archangel, the 10-wing purple or the strength reaches the quasi-9 reincarnation level. After that, they were the 5 dominant angels who were above the archangel like slaughtering angels. The strengths of these 5 people were all around the 9-fold reincarnation level, and they were the strongest in the kingdom of angels after the Queen of Angels exist. Then there are the 11 wings that can only be cultivated by the royal family of the kingdom of angels, the 12-winged angel god's residence that controls the divine art of resurrection. The power of the devil is like fire and water with our angel kingdom. Your actions are clearly protecting this devil. A shadow of an angel with a silver halo on his face approached. Holy City, 10 white-winged archangel, kneel. Not surprisingly, the current identity and strength of this archangel is quite authoritative in the huge holy city. The most important thing is that her strength has reached the 8th level of reincarnation. She is the subordinate of the 3 archangels under the Slaughter Angel. The Slaughter Angel's line almost controls 70% of the armed forces of today's huge angel kingdom. 3 archangels, several archangels, and seraphs make the Slaughter lineage's position in the holy city of angels unshakable. Lord Xiao Yan is an existence named and protected by the Queen of Angels. Can you not succeed if you want to rebel? At this moment, there was an ice-cold arc in the eyes of the Silver Glory Knight Commander Xiao Ku, his eyes staring straight at Neil. His cold killing intent was on display, but the latter's eyebrows slowly had a silvery white. The light pattern flickers. The silk pattern is like some ancient sacred curse, which seems to be suppressing the latter's power. The people of the Knights, it is better to protect the Queen of Angels. The affairs of the world, I will not worry about you. After all, your Knights have the curse of holy light personally promised by the previous Son of Light, and you will not be able to break through to the 9th order in your life. An ant under the 9th level will not be able to intervene in the affairs of the great thousand world. Archangel Neil chuckled lightly, and immediately under the gaze of the 2 of them, his jade hand swayed, pocketing his picture crystal, pacing out of the Hall of Angels, and walking towards the Slaughter Angel Shrine. Sir, what should I do now? The city patrol angel Ari, she also felt a little powerless. This matter is of great importance, and it is necessary to inform His Majesty the Knight Commander Jin Yarrow and the Palace Mother to make plans in advance to prevent accidents. For a time, the entire kingdom of angels was also in civil strife, and the image of unity and prosperity in the past has long since disappeared. But even so, the strength of the kingdom of angels is still not to be underestimated, especially the overall strength of the Slaughter Angel lineage has reached to a high level. This video will end here.